Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
William Bendix stars in The Life of Riley. This episode originally broadcast April 1st, 1949, and it seems Junior is having some problems in school, and Riley is going to try to be the solution. You think?
It's new. It's amazing. It's Prell. P-R-E-L-L, Prell Shampoo. Yes, Procter & Gamble's new Radiant Cream Shampoo in the handy tube. Prell brings you The Life of Riley. Prell, the shampoo that removes unsightly dandruff, leaves hair radiantly lovely, presents The Life of Riley with William Bendix as Riley. Every father dreams that someday his son will achieve the fame which he himself longed for but never attained. Thus, the scientist dreams his son will be another Einstein. The musician dreams of another Toscanini. The artist of another Rembrandt. And Riley the riveter. What is his dream for Junior? Well, let's take a peek inside Riley's mind as he lies prone on the living room couch indulging in his favorite daydream. There's a vacant, faraway look in his eyes. In fact, 3,000 miles away in Ebbets Field. He even hears the roar of 50,000 frenzied Brooklyn baseball fans. He can even hear the imaginary voice of an announcer over an imaginary radio.
What a ball game this is, folks. The last game of the World Series, the last half of the ninth. 3-0 in favor of the Yankees. This is the last chance for the Dodgers. 2 men out and bases full. Robinson's on first, Edwards on second, and Pee Wee Reese is on third. It's now or never for those fabulous bums. Everything depends on the next batter, and look who's coming up to the plate now. The man who has the chance of a lifetime to carve a niche for himself in baseball's Hall of Fame. And who is he? Chester Riley's son. He's the sensational new rookie who was coached and taught every trick in the game by his father, Chester Riley, who was a baseball immortal. You remember Chester Riley when he pitched for the White Sox in the Laundry Workers League. And now Chester Riley's son is stepping into the batter's box.
Come on, Junior!
There's the windup. Here comes the pitch.
See right one.
What's the matter, you blind, you robber?
Oh, the crowd didn't like that decision. Someone just threw a pop bottle at the umpire. Here's the windup. Here comes the pitch. Chester Riley's son stepped into that one. A long, hard drive to center field. DiMaggio's going after it, but he can't get it. And Chester Riley's son is rounding first. He's rounding second. He's rounding third.
Is Junior home yet?
Not yet, Peggy. Just rounded third. Slide, Junior! Slide!
Well, what on earth are you talking about?
Oh, it's you, Peg.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing. I was just sort of thinking out loud. You know, daydreaming.
Oh, is that all you can find to do? Well, you might take a little more interest in what's going on around here. Do you realize it's 8:30 and Junior isn't home yet?
Don't worry about my boy. He's okay. Worry a little more about your daughter, Babs.
She's your daughter, too.
Yeah, but Babs is your responsibility and Junior is mine.
Oh, I never heard of such nonsense.
Well, it's a very well-known scientific theory.
What theory?
The theory of relativity. The father looks after the boy relatives and the mother looks after the girl relatives. And if you want my opinion, you're falling down on your part of the job. Instead of worrying about Junior, worry where Babs is.
I know where Babs is. She's over at a girlfriend's house studying.
A likely story. If you investigated, you'd find out the so-called house is a Ford convertible on Mulholland Drive. And the girlfriend has a crew haircut and a mustache.
Well, what's this got to do with Junior?
Plenty. Is Junior up on Mulholland Drive with boys? No. Because I'm training him right. I'm looking after his future.
Hi, Mother. Hello, Daddy.
So, here you are. Where were you?
I went for a ride on Mulholland Drive.
Don't lie. You were studying with a girlfriend.
Well, yes, but afterwards we went for a drive in her car.
Oh.
Well, now, now that we've settled with Babs, maybe we can discuss your son.
Now, Peg, please don't interfere. The kid's okay.
I just want to know where he is.
He is where I told him to be, in his room studying.
Well, for heaven's sake, why didn't you say so?
Are you sure he's studying, Daddy?
Sure, I'm sure. I saw to it. Like I said to him, son, I said, I want you to get ahead. And in this world, you can't get nowhere without studying. And I'm the proof of that. That scared him.
Well, if you say he's studying, I guess he is.
Oh, you don't believe me? Well, I'll show you. Junior!
You want me, Pop?
Ah, there he is. What are you doing, Junior?
Studying like you told me.
You see what I tell you?
Junior with a book in his hand. Miracles will never cease.
Let me see that book, Junior.
Yeah, show it to her, Junior.
Well, here, Mom.
Well, of all How to Play Third Base by Pie Trainer. Fine studying. Where will this get him?
Where will it get him? It'll get him to the Brooklyn Dodgers. You'll see. I'm going to make a bum out of my boy. Hi, Peg. I'm home.
Well, it's about time. I've been waiting for you.
All right, what's the matter?
I want you to speak to Junior.
Sure. Hello, Junior.
Hello, Pop.
How many hits you get today?
Riley, this is serious. Your precious son, Junior, brought home a note from his teacher. Now, just listen to this. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Riley, I regret to advise you that your son, Junior, has not been doing the work of which he is capable. Of late, his work has been decidedly below average.
Chip off the old block. That's just what my teacher used to say about me.
Riley, this is serious.
Ah, don't get excited, Peg. Junior's still the best third baseman that school ever had, and that's what counts with me.
I see. Well, all right. Just listen to the rest of her note. Your son's chief interest seems to be baseball.
Of course.
But unless there is a marked improvement in his work, even though he is the star of the ball team, he will not be eligible to play.
What? Not play? Junior, what have you been up to? Why don't you pay attention to your schoolwork? That's a fine boy you got here.
Oh. Now he's my boy, huh?
Well, I've been paying attention, only we had this algebra exam and I failed. I didn't have time to study for it.
Oh, no? Well, I got a few questions to ask. First question, why didn't you have time to study?
Because you made me read that book on how to play third base.
Peg, you got any questions?
I told you all this baseball would make him neglect his work.
That's got nothing to do with it. Where's your brains, Junior? Can't you pass a simple exam?
Well, it was tough.
Well, the other kids passed. You're as smart as the next guy, ain't you?
Yeah.
Well, then copy off of him. No, I don't mean that. Fine thing, kicked off the team. An outlaw.
Well, I still have a chance, Pop. My teacher gave me an algebra problem to do at home, and if I get it right, I can play.
Yeah, well, you better get it right. You're going to buckle down.
Yeah, but, gee, algebra's so tough.
Then ask for help. You know, you're not alone in this house. And what does an intelligent person do when he gets stuck? He goes to someone with a little more intelligence and asks for help.
Mom, will you help me?
Why, certainly, Junior. You know
Just a minute. I didn't mean your mother. She ain't the only one in this house who's got learning, is she?
Well, no, but Babs hasn't got time.
I don't mean Babs, and I don't mean your mother. You've got one guess left, and you better guess good.
You, Pop?
Well, what's the matter with me? Didn't you ever hear of a father helping his son?
Oh, yes,
Are you denying that I'm your father? Peg, tell him.
Now, Riley, you're busy. I'll help Junior with
No, that's my responsibility. And please don't interfere. I have made up my head.
Well, let's start, Pop. I got a lot of problems tonight.
Now, don't rush me, Junior. Got enough clean paper?
Yeah, here. Now, the problem is...
Wait a minute. We gotta sharpen the pencil first.
Wait, it's sharp enough, Pop.
Okay, now wet the end.
Okay, Pop.
Now, let's see the problem. A farmer sells 2 bushels of apples at X dollars a bushel. The next day, the farmer sells 3 bushels of tomatoes for 1/3 the price of the apples. The day after, he sells 1.5 bushels of potatoes for 4/5 the price of the tomatoes. With the money he receives, he buys 3 gallons of kerosene and 6 bags of fertilizer. If kerosene sells at $1 a gallon and fertilizer at $4 a bag, what's the price of the apples? Maybe we better sharpen the pencil some more.
Pop, you just have to find X.
Yeah, X. Yeah, sure. Now, let's see. Apples, tomatoes, potatoes, kerosene, fertilizer.
You got the answer, Pop?
I don't even get the question.
Well, look, Pop, let's do it this way. Let X equal the...
Who? I'll get it. Best way to go about this is to imagine that I'm the farmer. Okay, now, I sell 2 bushels of apples at X dollars a bushel, then the next day I sell 3 bushels of tomatoes at 1/3 the price of the apples, and the day after I sell 1.5 bushels of potatoes for 4/5 the price of the tomatoes. Now, with the money I receive, I buy 3 gallons of kerosene and 6 bags of fertilizer, so if I was that farmer, I'd sell that farm and apply for relief.
How's the algebra coming?
We're doing okay, just fine. Let's see, the farmer sells 2 bushels at X dollars a bushel.
Riley, you have to find X. Now start off this way, see? Let X equal the apples.
Peg, I'm way ahead of you. I'm up to the fertilizer. Besides, I'm doing this.
Riley, don't be so stubborn. Don't you want Junior to be on that baseball team?
Don't worry, he'll play.
Well, then you better let me help you with that problem. At the rate you're going, it'll take you all year.
I'll do it myself if it takes me 50 years.
Oh, great. The John J. Boskowitz Junior High School team with a 63-year-old third baseman.
Peg, will you please leave us concentrate?
All right. Have it your way. I'm going to the movies. Good night.
Good night. Now, let's get back to that stupid farmer. First, we gotta analyze the problem.
Oh, Pop, the problem is to find X.
I'm getting sick and tired of that X. Ever since I was in school, they've been looking for an X. They haven't found it in all this time. How did they expect me to find it in one night?
Well, Pop, that's algebra.
Algebra? Why do they teach you that stuff for? What good is it anyway? You don't see no algebra scores in the newspapers, do you?
Well, maybe I better get Mom to help me.
No, this is a father's job.
Yeah, but Mom's good at algebra.
I don't care. Some things are a father's job and some things are a mother's job. When the time came for you to be born and your mother went to the hospital, did I say, let me go in your place? No. Well, I don't want your mother taking over my responsibility. Now, don't you worry, I'll get this.
Well, Pop, you can't do it on your fingers.
No, I guess not. We're dealing with vegetables. Trouble is, it's just a lot of words on paper. I don't see the problem. If I could see the problem... Junior, I got it.
The answer?
No, the method. That's the main thing. The method. Once you get the method, the answer comes easy.
Well, who are you phoning?
Hello? Is this the farmer's market? I want to place an order. 2 bushels of apples, 3 bushels of tomatoes, 1.5 bushels of potatoes, 3 gallons of kerosene, and 6 bags of fertilizer. Thank you.
April 1st, 1949, The Life of Riley on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
No offense, but are you a little fat when you look in the mirror? How would you like to learn the secrets to lose 3 to 5 pounds a week easily without joining the gym or going through any crazy diets? It's called Body Sculpt by Med Diet. For the last 2 decades, we've been helping people just like you that have pounds they want to shed. We've helped millions of people lose thousands and thousands of pounds over the years. And now it's your turn. Learn the secrets of how to lose weight with one simple phone call. You'll see an amazing difference in a matter of days. Don't believe us? We'll offer you a money-back guarantee. If you're ready to start losing weight right now, call right now to learn more about your risk-free order to Body Sculpt.
Call for your risk-free offer. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. That's 800-738-5332.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, more of William Bendix and the Life of Riley, April 1st, 1949.
Before we rejoin Riley, the baseball fan, I'd like a word with you movie fans who want to see a fresh and funny film. Prell Shampoo's Life of Riley show is now an hilarious new motion picture, starring Riley himself, William Bendix. You'll enjoy seeing all the Rileys, plus Jim Gillis And, of course, Digger Odell when the Life of Riley movie plays in your community. And now back to the Life of Riley.
Of all the crazy things I ever heard of, just to solve an algebra problem, $12.
It was worth it. Besides, that stuff won't go to waste.
Oh, what on earth are we going to do with all those apples?
We'll make applesauce.
And 3 bushels of tomatoes.
We'll make ketchup.
And what about...
Don't ask me what we're going to do with that fertilizer.
6 bags.
We'll mail it to your mother in the Bronx. She's got that geranium in her window box.
Who ever heard of working out an algebra problem by buying all this stuff?
It did the trick, and that's what counts. When Junior shows his teacher he got the right answer...
Are you sure you got the right answer?
Sure, I'm sure. I know when I get something right. And if I didn't get that problem right, I'll eat that algebra book.
Hello.
Oh, there's Junior. Now you'll see. Well, what'd the teacher say? Everything fixed?
Yeah, you fixed me good. It was all wrong.
Huh? But it can't be. I'm positive how could it be?
How will you have that algebra book? With ketchup or applesauce?
That means no baseball. How could that teacher do this, Junior? What an ungrate. After you bought her that whole bushel of apples.
Well, she's given me one more chance. The guys in the team asked her to. She gave me some more problems, real hard ones. But if I get them right, I can play.
Yeah, well, this time you're going to get them right. I'll see to that.
You mean I'll see to it. Now, come on, let's get to work.
Now, wait a minute, Peg. I told you this is
I don't think you should interfere.
Who's interfering?
Pop, I gotta get him right this time. Let Mom help me.
No, you'll work them out by yourself. Junior, I've told you 1,000 times you've got to learn to stand on your own 2 feet. You're getting to be a big boy now. Don't go crying to your mother whenever you have a little problem.
Well, gee, Pop.
Now, you sit right down there, Junior, and get to work on those problems. I'll see that you get quiet so as you can concentrate.
Okay.
Now, you got everything you need?
Yeah, I'm all set.
Now, good. Listen, Peg, I want perfect quiet. Junior's got to concentrate, so I don't want to hear a word out of anybody. Peg, must you click your knitting needles that way? How you doing, Junior? You got the first answer? Well, don't give up. Don't get discouraged. Just keep concentrating. That's the important thing. Concentration. Takes time. Rome wasn't burnt in a day. Just keep plugging away at it. You'll get it. Peg, please, I told you those knitting needles. Tone them down. Junior's got to keep his mind on his work. How you doing, Junior? Just keep at it.
Mother, did you...
Dance, must you come in a room screaming at the top of your voice like that? Can't you see Junior's trying to concentrate? How can he think if people keep barging in talking at the top of their voice? And Peg, please, I told you twice already, those needles. They're distracting Junior. Can't you get rubber needles? Try not to pay any attention, son. Just keep concentrating. Don't let nothing distract you. You got the first one yet? Well, don't worry, you'll get it. Concentration, that's the main thing. I've never seen anything you couldn't lick by concentration. Trouble with most people is let the least little thing distract them. How's it coming? You got it yet? Well, don't get panicky. You'll lick it. Just keep your mind on the subject.
I can't stand it. How can I think with all this noise?
Junior, wait. Come back. There, you see, Peg, I told you not to make so much noise with your knitting needles. Why don't that kid come back? I just can't do these problems. If 2 men can dig a hole 12 feet long, 4 feet wide, and 8 feet deep in 9 hours, how deep a hole can 1 man dig?
6 feet is deep enough, believe me.
Oh, it's you.
Yes, it is I indeed. Digby Odell, the friendly undertaker.
I didn't hear you come in, Digger. I got too much on my mind. All on account of Junior.
Ah, yes, children can be a problem. Only today a gang of hoodlums pilfered a sign from the baseball stadium and hung it on the door of my business establishment. Ooh, I was beside myself.
Oh, why? What did the sign say?
Special today, ladies free when accompanied by escort.
You see, Digger, it's Junior's algebra problems. If he don't do them right, he can't play ball this season.
Reminds me of my son, Pinewood. Woody wanted to be a ball player, too, but the coach never sent him in the game. Finally, I said to him, son, you're spending so much time in the dugout, you might as well come into my business.
I don't know what to do. Junior went out. He won't do the problems. I tried, but I don't know how to do them. Maybe you can help me, Digger.
Well, I'm pretty good at handling figures, but not that kind. Arithmetic is my line, not algebra. Can't you get someone else to help you? Perhaps your dear wife?
No, I can't go to Peg. This is my job. It's a matter of pride.
Oh, Riley, that's no attitude to take. My dear wife always helps me carry my burdens. I couldn't run my business without her help. I wouldn't know what's what or who's where.
No, I can't admit to Peg that I need her help. But, hey, I know. You gave me an idea. I'll ask Jim Gillis. He's good at algebra. He'll get me out of this hole.
In that case, you won't need me. Well, cheerio. I'd better be shoveling off.
Hello, Gillis. This is Riley. Yeah. Yeah, listen, Gillis, old pal. I need your help. Yeah, you're good at algebra. Well, I got a few problems of Junior's that I... You will? Well, I'll bring him right over.
Boy, that Riley character was very smart when he come to me. The poor don't recognize his superior mental ability. Now, let me see. If two men can dig a hole 12 feet long, 4 feet wide, and 8 feet deep... If two men dig a hole... Who knows from digging? I'm a white-collar worker. Oh, Egbert, my darling son.
Yes, Papa?
Come here a minute, angel.
If two men can dig a hole 12 feet long, 4 feet wide, and 8 feet deep in 9 hours... Gee, this is tough. No wonder Papa couldn't do it. If two men can dig a hole... Oh, Mama!
Oh my gosh, is Egbert going to get his mama to figure it out? April 1st, 1949, The Life of Riley. Thank you for tuning in to Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. That's me. The conclusion next, following these words. I've had to live around smokers all my life, and I don't smoke. And so it always bothered me, and it was something I got used to. But I don't have to get used to it anymore, because in my home, I now have an Eden Pure thunderstorm air purifier. It uses Oxy technology. It destroys viruses, odors, mold, and more. And people all over the nation say these work. I didn't know it was going to work, but it does. The best part about these air purifiers is they have no filters to replace, and they don't take up counter space. You just plug the whole filter into the wall, and it works. Now, I'm going to tell you how you can save a bunch of money on an Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack. Whole home protection, 3 units under $200. Go to EdenPureDeals.com. That's EdenPureDeals.com. Use my promo code CLASSIC3. You'll save $200 and shipping is free.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, the conclusion of The Life of Riley, starring William Bendix, from April 1st, 1949.
Oh, wait, boys, is that you? Yes, Mama. Here are those algebra problems all done. Gee, thanks, Mama. Oh, Papa.
Here I am, Egbert.
Here's the problem. I got them all done.
Oh, that's a sweet offspring.
O'Reilly!
Here I am, Gillis, on the sidewalk.
Here's your problems. I got them all done.
Oh, thanks a million. You're a pal. Oh, Junior, look, the problem.
It's no use, Pop. I told you I can't do them.
You don't have to. Look, here they are, all done. I just finished the last one. Why ain't he home yet? What's taking him so long?
Well, why are you so nervous? I thought you were certain you got the problems right this time.
Well, I got 'em right, all right. I ain't dumb, you know. I got Junior on that ball team, and all by myself, too. And in the future, Peg, you let me handle the boy. That's my responsibility.
Hey, Pop.
Junior, you made it.
Yeah, the answers were all right. I'm on the team.
You hear that, Peg?
Yes, I hear.
What did I tell you? Do I know how to look after my boy? Junior, remember who you have to thank for this.
Thanks, Bob. You're swell.
Yeah, come on, let's go tell Gillis. I gotta thank him. After all, if it hadn't been for him, I'd... Let's forget it.
You'd have, what, dear?
Well,
Bob, what did Mr. Gillis have to do with it?
Well, the fact is, well, I may as well tell you. I'd like to be honest about these things.
Mm-hmm. And besides, we'd find out anyway.
Well, you see, Gillis helped me with the problems just a little. I didn't have time myself. Hey, there's Gillis now out in the yard. I gotta thank him. Hey, Gillis!
Hi, Riley!
Gillis, old pal, I want to thank you for helping me with that algebra.
Oh, don't thank me, Riley. I didn't have the time to do it. You really should thank my Egbert here.
Egbert? Egbert Dunham? Well, Egbert, I can't tell you how much I appreciate what...
Deserve the credit, Mr. Riley. My mama did him.
Honeybee? You did him? You worked... Oh, Honeybee, I can't thank you enough.
Oh, don't thank me, Riley. I couldn't get nowhere with those problems, so I phoned Peg and she worked them out.
Peg, how many times do I have to tell you that Junior is my responsibility, and from now on...
From now on, what?
From now on, Junior, if you want help from your father, go to your mother.
Folks, usually every week at this portion of our program, we give you a final glimpse into the life of Riley. However, this will not be possible tonight, as Riley isn't doing anything. He's just lying on the living room couch, daydreaming. But if we could peek inside his mind...
Good evening, everyone. This is Will Stern, your sports announcer. Tonight I have a special treat for you. I'd like you to meet the man who single-handed won the World Series for the Brooklyn Dodgers. The sensational third baseman who knocked out 4 home runs. Junior Riley. Tell me, Junior, who deserves the credit for making you the greatest ball player of all time?
My mother.
That's a lie!
What's a lie, Riley? Riley, are you daydreaming again?
Huh? Oh, yeah. And in the future, Peg, please stay out of my daydreams.
Procter & Gamble, makers of Prel shampoo, invite you to join us again next week to hear The Life of Riley with William Bendix as Riley. William Bendix is currently starring in the new motion picture comedy, The Life of Riley. The picture is now showing in 300 cities throughout the country, including Des Moines and Oklahoma City. Tonight's script is by Reuben Shipp, Alan Lipscott, and Dick Powell. Mrs. Riley is Paula Winslow. Digger Odell is John Brown. The Life of Riley is produced by Irving Brecker. And remember, to get your rainproof rain scarf from Prel, just send your name and address with 25 cents and any size Prel carton to Prel, Cincinnati, Ohio. Be sure to state your color choice, rose, blue, green, or yellow. Remember, that's Prel, Cincinnati, Ohio. This offer is good in the United States only.
And that offer has likely expired since that was from April 1st, 1949. The Life of Riley on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
Are you suffering with arthritis or osteoporosis? Do you have diabetes? Did you know that these are just 2 of the hundreds of diseases that have seen improvement with Dr. Wallach's incredible longevity products? You can't get them at a health food store. The only way to get them is to call us at 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Do you have heart disease, fibromyalgia, or high blood pressure? Do you have a terrible time losing weight? Dr. Wallach can help. He was a veterinarian and cured diseases in animals. He felt that he could do the same for humans, so he became a physician. Over 50 years of research and helping people like you goes into every bottle of Dr. Wallach's amazing discoveries. Do you want to feel better? Learn how to treat the cause of your problem rather than covering up the symptoms with drugs. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, something we've never done. It is a 5-part episode produced by the National Council of Catholic Men that was produced back in 1942. It's entitled The Living God. This was brought to me by Jerry Hinges, a good radio collector, and William Gargan stars. So let's listen to this. April 1st, 1942, The Living God.
living God. You will hear William Gargan as the roving announcer, Una O'Connor as the old woman, and Pedro de Cordova as the voice of Jesus in the greatest drama of the ages, The Living God. Our scene is an imaginary street corner in the heart of New York City. Our chief character, played by William Gargan, is a roving radio interviewer.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? My assignment today is to get a sensational story. Isn't the latest news sensational enough? Wars, murders, politics. Evidently not, because I've been instructed to find something different, something new. Well, let's see. Suppose I could interview a man who would be in the midst of life and yet above it. But where can I find him? In front of whom can I hold my microphone? The devil? Oh, no thanks. God? Interview God? Not God the Father. Nobody has seen him save Adam and Moses. But the Son, Jesus of Nazareth.
And the Word was made flesh and dwelt amongst us.
Who said that? Nobody. Oh, maybe it was the child I used to be. The child I remember myself as, and the Word was made flesh and dwelt amongst us. Is he still with us? That's the question. Interview Christ. But how? I've got it. Why not ask a few people here in the street, who is Jesus of Nazareth? Maybe I'll get some answers which will lead me to him. They'll think I'm crazy, but I'm used to that. Let me see now. Let's get started by asking this woman in mourning. Would you mind stepping up to this microphone? Tell me.
Yes?
Could you tell me who Jesus of Nazareth is?
Jesus of Nazareth? He is the one who up there will give me back forever my husband and the child that I have lost. He is the one who gave me strength to bear it all.
Thank you. Thank you ever so much. Well, there's a man going in that stage door. He looks like an actor, maybe a great artist. I beg your pardon, sir. Can you tell me...
If you want free tickets, go to the management.
Oh, no, that isn't what I want.
An autographed picture of me?
No, just a simple question. Who is Jesus of Nazareth?
Jesus of Nazareth? It's the noblest part anyone could aspire to.
Thanks. Thank you, sir. Oh, here comes another man. He looks like a professor. Pardon me, sir.
If you want an interview, would you please be kind enough to choose a better place than the street?
Just a simple question, sir. Who is Jesus of Nazareth?
Jesus of Nazareth? He's the only being whose thought makes those who have genius feel like being modest.
Thank you, sir. Oh, here comes a priest who will perhaps give us the right answer. Father? Father?
Yes, I'm in a hurry, my friend. What can I do for you?
Who is Jesus of Nazareth?
Jesus of Nazareth? Eternal life. I am bringing him now to a dying person. The Holy Sacrament. But if you want to know more, go right across that street. Yes, in that church.
Many thanks, Father. Well, let's cross the street and see. I wonder what that big crowd on the steps of the church is all about. An old woman is on the corner selling palms. I'll talk to her.
Here. Hurry up, mister. Buy a branch of palms and go in. The blessing is about to begin.
What is all this, anyway?
It's Palm Sunday. Didn't you know?
Oh, I forgot. But what is Palm Sunday?
On Palm Sunday, Christ enters Jerusalem in triumph.
You mean 19 centuries ago he did?
This very day, Christ is still alive.
You mean to tell me that Christ is still with us? Where can I find him?
In there, in the church. Where else do you think? Go on in and see for yourself. Take this book with you. Follow the guides. John, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Without them, you'd be lost.
The gospel? No, thank you.
What? You're running away. Why? Are you afraid?
No, it's respect. Oh, Here I've asked the greatest question there is in the world. Right in the middle of the street, among traffic noises, among people who don't care.
And you want to know if he is still alive. He came upon the earth to live among men. In a few days, you'll see him jostled by drunks, thieves, and moneylenders. Are you still hesitating?
No. No, I'll go in. Thank you.
That's right. Do your best, and I'll do mine. And if at times during this coming week you hear me beside you, don't be startled. It will be because I'm praying hard for you and thinking of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am now in the church. I squeezed behind a confessional so I can talk to you in a low tone without disturbing the ceremony. What was that the priest said? Oh, yes, here it is, in the book the little old woman gave me. And when they drew nigh to Jerusalem, and were come to Bethphage unto Mount Olivet, then Jesus sent 2 disciples, saying to them, Go ye into the village. Ah, those 2 disciples. They might have been my contact with Jesus of Nazareth. They might have led me to him. Oh, if I'd been in Jerusalem when Pilate was governor of Galilee, Oh, imagine. Thousands of miles and 1900 years backwards into the year 33. Oh, to be in Jerusalem on the day when the crowd was shouting, Hosanna to the Son of David. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna. With the chanting of the choir, this dim light and incense transporting me, why can't I lift my voice with the others in their hosannas? Why can't I join in the ancient Jerusalem my memory pictures? The throngs as they gather and move about, hear them, see them. Why can't I mingle the present with the past? Priest is saying, let me see if I remember my Latin. Oh, yes, the children of the Hebrews carrying branches of the olive tree. Why, I can see the children. I can't see the walls of the church anymore. Why, I'm out of doors. But where? Is this incense or is it dust? It's dust. I'm in a street, decorated with palms. They're on the ground, on the sides of the houses, everywhere. The people are wearing robes. Am I in Jerusalem in the year 33? I'll try to find out a little more by asking this old woman in front of me. It's amazing how closely she resembles the palm vendor in front of the church. I beg your pardon.
Are you looking for the place where the prophet is going to pass?
The prophet?
Yes, Jesus of Nazareth. The procession will go right by this door.
Jesus of Nazareth. I am in Jerusalem. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just about time to describe my surroundings to you before the procession arrives. It can't be far off, for I already hear the cheers. From the top of the slopes of the Cedron, where I am right now, one can look down upon the city and the temple. The sun is shining on the temple and on the rooftops. The people are now strewing the path where Jesus is going to pass with their woolen cloaks. Women and children are waving palms.
Check out the procession. There's the prophet. He's riding on a donkey. Come.
I felt the touch of his garment and he smiled on me.
I'm sorry, but I can't see him yet.
Here, take my place in the front row.
Oh, thank you.
Now, do you see him?
Oh, I do. Oh, words. I have no words to describe him, ladies and gentlemen. Forgive me, but I'm sure some among you have a better picture of him than any I could give you. As he rides by, he is blessing the little children and the sick. I'm going to ask this kind old lady beside me to help me find John and Peter, and especially the mother of Jesus.
I haven't yet found his mother. She slips through life with such an ethereal grace that one rarely sees her, but always feels her presence.
Jesus has passed. He's going toward the temple. I'm moving along with the crowd. He enters the temple. Now, the crowd is stirring ominously. Outside the temple, there are shouts and tumult. What's this? The merchants are rushing out of the temple as if in panic. Their faces black with fury. Ah, here's my friend, the old woman. Tell me, what is happening?
Jesus has driven the merchants and the money changers from the temple, saying, My house shall be called a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of thieves.
But listen. The crowd is suddenly hushed as if gripped by some strange foreboding. Thunder. Did you hear it? The people, startled, looked up toward the sky. And now, Jesus is speaking.
Father,
glorify thy name.
I have both glorified it and will glorify it again.
Jesus is going to speak again. I'll try to get up closer. Excuse me, please. Oh, here we are.
He that believeth in me doth not believe in me, but in him that sent me. And if any man hear my words and keep them not, I do not judge him. For I came not to judge the world, but to save the world. He that despiseth me and receiveth not my words hath one that judgeth him. The word that I have spoken, the same shall judge him in the last day. For I have not spoken of myself, but the Father who sent me, he gave me commandment, what I should say and what I should speak. And I know that his commandment is life everlasting. The things therefore that I speak, even as the Father said unto me, so do I speak.
The words of Jesus. Now night is falling. Jesus and his disciples are leaving on the road to Bethania. Nobody is left in the street. And yet I feel as if someone is approaching. Yes, coming towards me is a Galilean woman, half hidden in her veils. I can see that she is beautiful, but of a beauty that is not of this world. Tell me, who is Jesus of Nazareth? Her eyes are filled with tears, and a faint smile is trembling on her lips. No, don't answer me. Don't tell me. Your answer would be so final that there would be no need for me to go on with my radio journey. Oh, sorrowful mother, can you be she of whom the angel said, Hail, Mary, full of grace, blessed art thou amongst women?
You have been listening to The Living God, presented in cooperation with the National Council of Catholic Men. Heard on today's program were William Gargan as the roving announcer, Una O'Connor as the old woman, and Pedro de Cordova as the voice of Jesus. Supporting roles were played by professional Hollywood actors and the radio players of Loyola University of Los Angeles. Special musical scoring and effects by Robert Mitchell and his St. Brendan's Boys Choir. The Living God has been adapted from the French of Sita and Suzanne Millard. This program has been produced under the direction of Martin Work.
Now, this show was designed to air on Wednesday, April 1st, 1942, which was a Wednesday, as I said, and the final of the 5-part program would air on Easter Sunday, which was April 5th of 1942. And Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, The Living God. A wonderful program you heard there. We hope you'll thank this radio station and support their advertisers. It is their kindness and courtesy that allows us to be with you each and every time we roll around. If you miss this show on your favorite station, you can find it through iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, TuneIn, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, or Overcast, or Amazon if you search for Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, or you can just go to my webpage, classicradio.stream. There you can stream our shows, learn more about classic radio collecting, contact me, and find all of our social media links, classicradio.stream. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Wyatt Cox. Tell all your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on the dial, Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite station.